SongCast Radio. True music discovery.
You are listening to the Pop Spotlight, indie music from around the world, commercial-free and free to stream. We are traveling to Ireland for our featured artist, a band by the name of Horizon. I had the pleasure to speak to Dennis Ryan, main man in Horizon. We've got some great conversation and great music coming up. If you like what you hear, buy tracks on Amazon, Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, play tracks from Horizon in the car, turn your friends onto this great indie band, and support this indie artist by purchasing and streaming music. Let's start off with Dennis telling us a little bit about the band Horizon. Go ahead, Dennis.
Yeah, we're a band called Horizon here from Ireland. Been writing a few songs. Recording a few songs, and we've been enjoying the experience. We were a cover band for many years, and just in the last 2 years we started writing our own stuff, and it's been going pretty good.
What made you decide to go from being a cover band to starting to write and record your own material?
I was gigging one night, and I met this other singer-songwriter who came up to me at the end of the night. He said, "I really like the way you sing," and he said, "Do you write any of your own stuff?" And I said, "No." And he said, "Well, how do you know what you sound like?" And I said, "God, it's kind of like planted a seed." And I went home and I really started thinking about it. And I said, "God, he's actually right. I don't actually know what I sound like. I'm singing other people's songs." So that was the night I decided to start writing songs, yeah.
One of the songs I really like is a bright, galloping country song called Horizon Blue. Tell me a little bit about how that song came together.
That would be coming from my influences from growing up listening to Johnny Cash and all those rebels like Chris Christopherson. That would have been huge in my house. Yeah, and again, a lot of my songs would have there's a lot of true stories to them, a lot of them to do with myself. But that particular song is to do with a friend of mine, yeah, that went through a very difficult time with his marriage. And I decided to write a song for him. A kind of a message to him, and yeah, he really loved it.
Here is Horizon with Horizon Blue, indie music, true music discovery on SongCast.
Show me now love that's real, a broken heart I can feel. Shooting star burns up the sky, casting stone those tears you cry. Nobody can understand how I ever took your hand. Hot sun, burning sand, you perish on this land. All or nothing, the only way. Say what you mean what you say. Time you were on your own, different twilight, different zone. If you saw what I saw, then you know what I've seen. If you know what I know, then you know what I mean. I've taken all I can from you, nothing more I can do. A wake-up call looks so bright, dead man walks into the light. Into the light. How many times have you been told she'll bleed you dry and leave you cold? A hard truth looks you in the eye, makes your bed where you lie. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna wake up, and it's to take you. In between the earth and sky, in between the earth, the sky, blue horizon in the sky. In between the earth, the sky, blue horizon, where go I? If you know what I know, then you know what I mean. If you know what I know, then you know what I mean. If you know what I know, then you know what I mean.
What a great track from Horizon. That is called Horizon Blue on Spotlight. Horizon is our featured artist, and we are speaking with the main man, Mr. Dennis Ryan. A lot of your songs, Dennis, seem to kind of go back and forth between country and rock, even some pop undertones. When you write a song, do you know kind of what direction it's going to go in, what genre it's going to be?
I can tell you, a lot of my songs come to me, like, mostly come in the early morning, maybe 4 or 5 in the morning. They've, like, maybe 10 of those songs have come like that. I can just wake up, I can hear a full band, I can hear lyrics, I can hear... Normally I get 2 or 4 lines of the song, I have the biro alongside the bed, just write down the songs, but I can actually I'd hear the full song in my head before I even start writing. It's, I don't know, I can't explain it, but only that I can hear everything I want to hear in that song. It comes to me in a kind of a vision, more or less.
The first song we heard was a great upbeat country song. This next one, kind of a rock power ballad. Tell me a little bit about the song Close to the Edge.
Close to the Edge is about a very close friend of mine who lived a kind of a very hard life. Doing all the wrong kind of things, the drink, the drugs. Was well able to pull the ladies, he was one of those guys who, a lot of women were attracted to him because he was the bad type of a guy, and he lived that kind of a life, and he then realized, he was in his mid-40s and woke up one morning and just realized that everybody had moved on and he didn't, and that's where the idea of that song came from, and I started writing about it because I started thinking deep about it. There's a lot of people probably in that situation as well. A lot of the songs I write there's a lot of messages in there for, I try to get a message out with a light-hearted feeling, in the song, to make it kind of listenable to people. And I hope it does kind of get to people in some way, the good and bad.
Here is Horizon, Close to the Edge.
Town, come on, let's go. Your best shirt on, all for show. Take your pills, away you go. Dance all night, watch me glow. Slow down, take it in, 'cause you don't know where I've been. Take the long road, take the hard road, and you'll see what I see. Take the long road, take the hard road, and you'll be just like me. Friends will differ in view, but they know what's best for you. You always It's time to go. Not a word, I'll let you know. Shut the door on your way out. You said you're lonely, please don't shout. Slow down, take it in, 'cause you don't know where I've been. Slow down, take it in. Party's over, can't you see? Just like me. Take the long road, take the hard road, and you'll see what I see. Take the long road, take the hard road, and you'll be just like me. Take the long road, take the hard road, and you'll see what I see.
You are listening to Spotlight exclusively on SongCast, our featured artist from Ireland, Horizon. We are speaking to Dennis Ryan. Dennis, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
Well, we're on all the platforms, like Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music. Yeah, we're on all those channels at the moment. We also shot a live video for the song called Line in the Sand, which was recorded live in the studio. Most of our songs, we decided to go back to kind of the old school of, we wanted the full band in the studio and to record all those songs were recorded live as a group. It wasn't broke up individually. I find a lot of the modern music is nearly too clean for me, because I grew up listening to Dylan, and if Dylan made a mistake on a record, he left it in, and if there was a mistake on the harmonica or something, he left it in, and I loved that kind of rawness and to the song. So we wanted that from the very get-go, that we record all our music as a group and you get a better vibe. And even our producer was delighted with that, that if you can all play together and jam together, and it'll record better for you. So that's kind of where we are.
Have you been working with the same band for a long time?
Yeah, we've been pretty much, we've been about 10 years on the road now. So the COVID really kind of closed everything down worldwide. So it stopped all the gigging and the traveling. So we're like, in a way, it kind of kicked off the songwriting a lot. So I've started I've maybe 20 songs in the last 2 years, and a lot of recording left to do. So we're going back into the studio in 2 weeks to start recording again. And I'm happy with a lot of really good stuff yet to come. There's a lot to be heard from Horizon yet,
I'm really looking forward to hearing your new material. Let's talk about another song, another one of my favorites, called Sweet Marie.
Sweet Marie is basically now, Sweet Marie was just, I remember back to the first time you fall in love with, you fall in love and you hold a girl's hand the first time you kiss. And it was to capture that feeling. How you felt, because it'll stay with you for the rest of your life, that kind of a feeling. You'll always remember your first kiss and the first time you danced with the one you love and the girl you want to marry. That's the feeling I want to capture with that song. And I think there's a nice gentle flow to it. And it's got great reviews back here in Ireland now. It's going down pretty good,
Here is Sweet Marie, Horizon, featured artist on Spotlight, True Music Discovery on SongCast.
First time I laid eyes on you, left me standing, not a clue. A smile to make the morning rise. Those dimpled cheeks and bright blue eyes. Your light brown hair in the morning breeze is enough to bring me to my knees. My heart was pounding, it was beating fast. I think the time has come at last. Sweet Marie, you're the one for me. Sweet Marie, just you wait and see. It's meant to be. My sweet Marie, oh, don't you know how much you mean to me? We danced all night, we stole the show. Guess there's nowhere else to go. Walking home on the old beach road, the birds fly high, I can touch the sky. I never thought it could feel like this. Perfect moment, our first kiss. Dreamers dream like dreamers do. I'm walking down that aisle with you. Walking down with you. Walking down with you. Dreamers dream like dreamers do. I'm walking down that aisle with you. Dreamers dream like dreamers do. I really hope it's true. Sweet Marie, you're the girl for me. Don't you know how much you mean to me? Dreamers dream like dreamers do. I'm down on bended knee for you. Dreamers dream like dreamers do. I really hope you say I do. Walking down that aisle with you. I really love you.
You are streaming Spotlight indie music from around the world exclusively on SongCast. My name's Joe Cleon. Our featured artist hails from Ireland. They are Horizon. If you like what you hear, buy tracks on Amazon, Apple Music, stream on Spotify, SoundCloud, and YouTube. And we are talking with Dennis Ryan from Horizon. Tell us about the music scene in Ireland.
It's very good at the moment. It's very, very good. There's a lot of artists about to break through. There's a really we're busting with talent over here at the moment for singer-songwriters. There's a lot coming out. It's a pretty tough competition to be trying to get your music out. That's why the likes of your platforms for getting out our music is brilliant, and it's a new look forward for us.
We love making your music available on platforms around the world. If you're listening to this show and you like what you hear, support Horizon. Buy tracks on Amazon, on Apple Music. Put them on your phone, play them in the car, share them with your friends and family. You can also stream on the major platforms like SoundCloud, YouTube, and Spotify. Make sure you support Horizon and turn your friends on to this great band. Let's talk about another track called Who Do You Think You Are?
Who Do You Think You Are is about me in my younger days. Because I too came from things were, it was like crazy living back here, and when we went abroad, we went to London. We would have went to England, travelled to London, where we followed the music scene over there. But along with the music scene comes that kind of tough lifestyle where you take too much drink and you do the drugs. And when we were 19, 20 years old, that's exactly what happened. And I had a really nice girl, and she just had enough, and I wrote that song kind of as an apology to her, and in a way just just share my experience. And that's where the idea of that song came from. And I hope it has a message for people there too that can relate to that song,
Once again, here is the music of Horizon, featured artist on Spotlight. This is Who Do You Think You Are?
Time you've gone too far. Wake up, it's all gone. You're the reason I'm moving on. It's no secret I've fallen. Those voices keep calling. So much damage done. Just look what you've become. It's better to hurt with the truth and feel better with a lie. Better to make someone laugh than force yourself to cry. I've nothing left to lose. I've been so cruel, played you like a fool, always a step behind, but I'm the one who's blind. It's better to hurt with the truth than feel better with a lie. It's better to make someone laugh than force yourself to cry.
In addition to the songwriting and the performances being really great, the production is also top-notch. Did you record all these songs in the same studio?
Yeah, they've been recorded in a place outside Limerick City. It's not far from where I live. There's a studio, it's called Ballyhane Studios. Now, we work with two exceptional guys who would give us free rein, basically, as musicians to go for everything. Like a lot of the solos that you would hear in some of the songs, would have one or two takes. There was no, just people have a feel for the song and they just let rip. And it's like incredible to see musicians at the top of their chin that can do what they can do and like basically just add stuff there and then and record it there and then at the moment. And it's just incredible. You know, it's a great experience to sit there and watch it. It's like I play acoustic guitar, I play harmonica. So I would have started in blues bands, but my harmonica playing, it's an instrument where you can just absolutely just take it any place you want to go in a song. You know, as I always remember with Dylan, you never play the same song twice the same way. You know, because a harmonica can just have free rein in the song. It's a lead instrument, and that's the kind of way we record our song.
Is there a lot of spontaneous and improvisational things that happen in the studio when you're recording?
Yes, that's pretty much the way we do everything. It's just everything is spontaneous. I asked, like, the song Line in the Sand, there's a solo just after the first verse, and the lead guitar player, Peter, said, what do you want me to do? And I said, well, Peter, just feel the song and let me hear what you got. And he done 2 takes, and that's the song recorded. And that's what happened.
You mentioned you recorded a video for the song Line in the Sand. Tell me a little bit about that video.
That was recorded in the studio as well. Yeah, so that's going to be released as well soon. And it's just to show that the whole EP was recorded live and the video was done in the studio, just to show that's the way we did. That's the way we're going forward. We're going to record everything live. We're as a band.
What kind of message were you going for when you wrote the lyrics for the song Line in the Sand?
That's a true story. That's actually a true story about a woman, a very good friend of mine, who went through a separation. And it's an amazing story. Her husband left the house. He bought the house next door. They pretty much, he paid her mortgage. She cooked his meals. They'd done everything together for 5 years. Except spend share the same bed. And after 5 years, she thought everything was going to get back together. And he arrived on with a 10-year younger woman. And the song was written for her to send her a message that she had to draw a line in the sand. And I wrote that song for her, and it really meant a lot to her. And she actually broke down crying when I sent it to her. And she just thanked me so much, you know. It's an incredible story, but it was just to tell her that she needed to move on and she had to draw a line that she didn't, even though she loved him, he didn't love her. And that's where the song came from, you know.
I really look forward to hearing new music. Thank you so much for hanging out with us here on Spotlight and giving us an insight into the amazing music of your band Horizon.
Thanks so much, John. I really appreciate the way you can send our music out all over the place. It's brilliant. Thanks so much.
Here is the track, Line in the Sand.
Lights are on, there's no one home. Red flag, no fly zone. 10 years, she's better than me. How could I not see? Thought we could work it out. Never in any doubt. It's like a bad dream. I wanna scream. Just think what will be. So blind you can't see. You must understand. Draw a line in the sand. Broken hearts can't be free. That's the way it's meant to be. Someone else lies in my bed, and I said that it could never be. No one but you and me. It's like a bad dream. I wanna scream, yeah. Just think what will be. So blind you can't see. You must understand. Draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in the sand. Next time when you look this way, not your friend, not here to stay. You can't hide, you must decide. Cross the river, take a side. Time you were on your way. Pack your bags, you leave today. It's like a bad dream. I wanna scream, I wanna scream. Just think what will be. So blind you can't see. You must understand. Draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in the sand. Draw a line in the sand.
Horizon, Line in the Sand, featured artist here on Spotlight. Thanks so much to Dennis for hanging out with us. If you like this band, support them. Buy tracks on all the major platforms.
Listen, explore, discover indie music from around the world. Spotlight features all types of indie music: hip-hop, rock, pop, electronic, country, blues, jazz, and more. Spotlight. Spotlight. Listen to thousands of hours of archived indie music anytime, anywhere. Experience Spotlight. The best indie music from around the world. Commercial-free and free to stream. SongCast Radio. True music discovery.